Hello everyone, welcome to podcast 10. Today is an amazing podcast. I'm sure that you will learn and discover many new things because I'm gonna learn so many things in this podcast. I'm very happy, excited to host this podcast. So are you? Then go ahead and comment below. I want your comments flowing throughout this podcast. So let's introduce the person today, trailblazing as the first transgender woman of India, first trans woman anchor for business and tech news, interviewing famous personalities, advisor to join Jain University for new methods. Now methods, robotics and patents. Co-founder Rainbow Angel Investments Network, Vistarik Robotics LLP, founder of Anita Foundation. Ma'am has 20 plus years in Germany, now calling India home since June 2023. So let's put our hands and welcome on the screen Anita Prasad, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Hi. Yeah, ma'am. Is my voice and video clear? Yeah.
Yes, very
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Hrudai. How are you?
I'm doing great, ma'am. Thank you so much for accepting this podcast and being here with me. I'm very excited to be here with you and interacting.
Fantastic. Even me as well, Hrudai. Let's look forward to, you know,
Yeah.
giving the right information to the public. And I should really, really applaud you for taking this step. Um, you're bold enough to come and ask me and then say that, ma'am, can we do a program together? I said immediately yes, because the younger generation, is what you have in access to, requires that kind of a knowledge and the information that at least, how much of struggle this generation is going through, what is it that coming up, and what will be their the others' future. This is very important. I think I should really applaud you for this and great support, whatever that is. We're always there with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Most
much.
welcome.
So
Good luck.
this is the best and I can say the first podcast that I'm gonna do because today we're gonna discuss about younger generation future and also about Gen Zs and many things.
Yes.
So audience, if you're seeing this podcast, welcome to this podcast because today you're gonna learn something. You're gonna pay attention to it and make notes because Gen Z is this time. So even I don't know what is Gen Z exactly. So let's learn. Let's all be together. Yeah. So let's start off this podcast.
Yes, yes.
So what does your childhood look like?
Hृdai, my childhood, let's say, let me rewind another 40, 50 years, 5 decades ago, right? That is something very exciting. I think, the kind of developments that we are seeing today are really, something which is good for bad. I cannot tell you whatever it is, but it is there. It has eased our life to an extent, but it has added chaos in lot many other ways, right? So that is what the present world to me look like when compared to the earlier, let's say my childhood.
Yeah.
My childhood, it was like we didn't have these kind of gadgets that we are trying to utilize today. And you see, I'm on the move, and then I stopped my car, and then I immediately got onto this conference call.
Thank you so much for that.
Most welcome. So this is the kind of advancement, the benefit of the technology. On the other side, we didn't have any of these, and we were like playing cricket or playing so many other games during our childhood when we were like you, or even let's say 3 or 4 years old. I can really iterate. We had every 3 months one brand new game, so it was it was that kind of an era where we were physically exhausted. So that's where it was. But today, the exhaustion is some other way. happening and adding that stress and information overrun, etc., etc. And that is what I would like to, give you that kind of brief background. But I'm very happy that you're pretty much connected to healing, philosophy, and so many other angle. And I'm excited to talk to you even
Great. Yeah.
so
So, what
yes.
is that one instant that you remember from your childhood, ma'am? The best experience that you had, best enjoyment that you had?
Well, to me, the enjoyment was and excitement. Two incident I can say, very very good. Let's say entrepreneurial spirit came into me at the age, I don't know, when I was in eighth class or something, eighth grade. So I organized a cricket tournament, calling a lot of people, and that was a big initiative. And that was also, some sort of a money involved. But anyway, we didn't want to make money; we wanted to give it away, and it was organized in Malaysia, though. And the other one I can say I can very clearly connect was when I was in 10th. I went on a cycle tour, a bike tour across southern India. Yeah, so that is something, I can say 1988 and 89. That's what I can recollect.
Great, great.
Yeah.
So now, differences between transgender and trans women.
Okay. Okay. So that's where you're coming to. Transgender, you have been seeing
Yeah,
them on a daily
yeah,
basis, right? Everybody meet them on a daily basis. So those are the people, who come with the casteism, who come with their religious identity, right? So they're a religious people. So they have the Guru Chela system, and even though they come in and cross the lines of trans women, they don't want to be identified as a trans woman. They want to be identified as proud Kinner or proud Hijra or proud somebody, and that is what they are. Okay, so when we are wanting to know that, and that is something which we all are scared about because the religious, the big whatever that they wear are pretty scary to the youngsters, and that's what they've always been not wanting to talk to this kind of generation. Neither they're not shaving themselves, and they're really horribly looking, and many children run away because of that, and a weird character moving around all around. So that is where this is. So because see, I'm not humiliating them because that is the truth that we are talking about, and they're a religion, right? And then the trans woman is actually a person, a male person converting and moving into a feminine life, right? 100% woman, or a man turning into a woman, something like, sorry, the other way around, a woman turning as a man. So coming and aligning as a man or a woman. This is what it happens between the two genders, and you must be knowing this happens with all the let's say the creatures which live under the sea or the animal kingdom or trees, plants, you name it, everything on the nature has it. So this is not something which is very specific to humanity. What is specific to
yes,
humanity is a religion.
yes,
And that is what we have constructed with. So that is where we are also falling a prey for.
yes,
So
great.
that is what the basic difference is. I hope you understand.
Yeah, yeah. So how does the world see you as a trans woman person?
Yeah, trans woman life is a little bit difficult because you see I still don't have a 100% alignment to the womanhood. The reason is we are not born as women. Okay, so there are hormones, there are so many other things that come in under our body. As we age, even those will start changing, right? And they get aligned to the actual gender by birth unless you are really conducting certain operations. If not, you see, my voice is male. People can't realize that, recognize me as a woman by any chance, even though I have an identity that I carry as a woman. Uh, Nobody cares. This is what it is. So basically, I need to be aligning myself, even though my appearances are different. people get, they are put into surprises suddenly. Somebody comes and says, ma'am, no, sir, sorry, I misgendered you. So this is what happens. And at most of the time, the society always is wanting to prescribe some other guidelines and regulations on us, saying that, hey, you are a man, you are not a woman. Try to live like a man. Why is this? Right? So this is what being a trans woman as of now looks like, because we have been forced to live as somebody what society wants, not the person what we want. No,
Right.
this is where the problem is.
Yeah, understand. Yeah. So when you were in your childhood days, what was your passion?
Hmm. Childhood, my passion was flying, or driving the cars, or something more exciting. When I used to buy a toy, those days the Hot Wheels was costing around 8 or 10 rupees. Imagine.
No, it's the
Uh,
double price.
exactly. And then the other toy was costing a little bit bigger one. And I used to dismantle it by the evening. Morning, my dad brings it, and then I used to dismantle it by evening. And I wanted to watch what is that uniqueness that this toy has got, that it makes the noise. It gives me that kind of a sparks, that kind of a toy. I
Yeah.
don't know if you can remember that. Or in your generation, do you still get that? I still wonder about that, because your toys are much,
No, all
let's say, sophisticated.
technology is made in the toys itself.
Exactly. Because in our times, there used to be a car, and in that toy, there used to be a big wheel rotating all the time, and it used to produce a spark, etc., and it used to like light up that bulb which was on the top. So
Oh,
I wanted to experiment so many things, and how does that motion retains, and how that momentum continues, all those things, etc., etc. So these were my curiosity angles if I deep dive. So always been a very big passionate person on all these subjects, always wanting to learn something new, and trying to understand the science behind it. What should I do uniquely so that I can prepare something differently? So these were my ideologies.
great.
Just sharing it with you.
Yeah. So now you say your passion was driving cars and exploring new things, contributing, right? Doing these things. Great. But no, did you follow this passion now who you are today?
Absolutely yes, because I went ahead and designed my own I'm sorry, we had a small interruption.
No issues.
Yeah. So in Bangalore, we had an old airport some years ago, right? I think it was closed in 2007 or something like that, and until then it was operational. And at that place, we were all excited to go there, and then that particular place was not having any protections. They're like, these days you have increased security, etc. So we were like aircraft enthusiasts sitting over there, watching the aircrafts coming in, landing, taking the taxiway, turning the other way around. Because in your generation, you do have a lot of wonderful things that you can connect to. But you can go into internet and you can watch those videos immediately. But in our generation, it wasn't available. Even the video technologies were not available at the time. So
Mm,
we had to spend time to watch this and how the mechanism works, etc., etc. We only had books, so that is where it was. Yes, of course, I went ahead and now today designed the largest passenger plane, Airbus 380, and Airbus 350, the other biggest, largest airplane that world has seen. And then, the Boeing Dreamliner also we have worked on. And many Bombardier aircrafts, so many, I can continue my list. And apart from that, I also designed my own aircraft. So
great,
this is
man.
the passion. And then I wanted to learn also designing the Mercedes, and of course I had a lot of colleagues who went ahead and designed even the Mercedes cars. So many things, yes, high tech, high, large machines, what you can name it as the gas turbines, the airplane engines. Yeah, very fortunate.
Amazing, beautiful. Good to hear those things. No, it's very. No, I'm getting goosebumps now. You have done so many things that you are contributing to this world. Yeah. So my next question looks like this. Now, what do you understand by mentor and a coach? Now, gurus,
Okay.
do you believe in them, or do you have one who is supporting you or pushing you to do these things?
Yeah, I remember one video which was told once by this Sadhguru. This guy, comes around, teaches you inner engineering and all those things. So this guy was telling one of them, the anchor, that you should always have the GPS. So GPS he related to saying that it is a guru positioning system.
Yeah.
So you need to align, you need to connect to people with a guru, right? So you need guidance. Guru is also a mentor, for example, or a mentor could be taking a partial role in order to guide you, in order to suggest you certain right things, where the guru may be busy in giving the other positioning systems, whereas the satellite number two could be your mentor, right? So this is what the difference is going to be. So I would always recommend that, if at all you want to have this kind of a guidance, perhaps you should also start dreaming about what you want to do on your own. So when you have the dream, when you have that, uh, let's say you want to follow certain goals, tasks, and your dream big, like Abdul Kalam says, dream big, right? So you need to dream big in order to achieve some things. In order to achieve something, you need to work hard. Of course, what is it that you need to do? For that, you need a mentor. And overall, to get that gyan, you need a guru. I hope I'm clear.
Yes, amazing, beautiful crafted.
Most welcome.
Yeah, yeah. Now let's come back to this. So, what do you think are the job opportunities for the trans people?
For transgender people, see the Hrudai, as of now, today, I'll tell you, the transgender who are on the street, unfortunately, they're not so literate. They may have done some schooling, they may have gotten some sort of a bit of education, but intentionally, unintentionally, they have gone into some sort of a misery. If you go through that, if you watch many, many videos online with anybody right today, it's a biggest disaster that they are not able to complete the right kind of education, right kind of schooling, because they encountered that kind of a difficulty in them, saying that I'm not that person who's supposed to be at the birth, right? So there was a gender incongruence which came in long ago. So because of that, when the alignment doesn't happen, they developed a lot of trouble within their own selves. Okay? So because of that, they are not well educated, and very few are educated in this. Very few, very very few. So when we compare to such kind of things, it's very, it's not going to be a comforting factor for anybody to understand how their life is damaged. But there are a lot of NGOs, there are a lot of initiatives. They are trying to work towards betterment of people. But still, these people who are on the street want to be on the street. They resist to stay there itself, rather than coming out and then trying to do something better. So, considering those people wanting to take up a clear-cut job, it is very difficult. But there is also another set of crowd who are well educated, who are knowing who is who, what is what, and done the perfect transitioning, and it is like a white collar crowd, right? So that particular white collar crowd is very cream, and they may not even come back and say, look, I was born as a male sometime, or I was born as a female sometime. They may be disguising completely, because it's too personal for them. They may need not have to come like me and then tell it to the whole world, hey, I was once a man. What's necessity, right?
Right.
So you can always try to be a different person altogether. So, in my opinion, it is going to be quite challenging. You may not look at that kind of a big number, but as the younger generations come up, younger generations are far better, because the earlier days India did not have that kind of legal system, legal protection, and this kind of money, this kind of development that we have seen were not there. Now it is there, but probably it will start changing in the next generation or so, right?
Yes.
So it
Yes.
may not change instantly, drastically, but it may happen. It may take its own sweet.
Yeah.
That's what I want to leave you with.
Yeah. Right. Right. So, family and societal pressures for being a trans. Now, what are the
Family, see, the biggest problem is the lack of awareness, lack of acceptance, lack of, let's say the Hrudai in them is missing. So the Hrudai is something very important, right? That Hrudai is missing with them. So what is it that we can do? They may not like to see their child. Hey, this was so nice. This was a wonderful kid. She would have been a better she, or he would have been a better he. Instead, if they had not converted or changed themselves, I don't know what happened. And parents are always in a tear. So it's a very discomforting factor for anybody. And it's a very sensitive topic also, Hriday, that if you look at it, because we also need to see their Hriday, right? So we cannot come back and say, no, no, you have to listen to me only. Of course, we are the one who are actually suffering, for example. When it happens, there is a big suffering that comes. There is a huge pain that happens. But if you see also in the parents and the other relatives, they're also equally suffering. They are not able to express, but they're emotionally and mentally suffering. Whereas a person like me who's affected is physically and mentally and in all directions, a particular person is suffering. So this is the kind of problem. But eventually, as I said, the awareness is becoming better. The genomics is understood very well by everybody, right? The genomics is very, very important. Why the person happens, a person gets into this kind of a problem? Because of genes, because of some external factor. You cannot control that. And because
yes.
of the realignment that takes place. So when that happens, I think if there is a very clear-cut, let's say an agreement between the two parties, probably it's going to become as sweet as this is. Otherwise, it's going to be a painful journey for everybody. So this is where it is, because I cannot give you a real answer to this, but
Yeah.
a very hard topic that
Understood.
we
Yeah.
can discuss all about. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. So, your journey through these changes and what you aim to change in society now. You have already changed, you know, many things, but no. Yeah.
Yeah, Hriday, see, I'm working on at least basic awareness creation. I visit a lot of education institutions. I don't touch the school kids. I don't go to them because they're still learning. No,
Yeah.
there must be a age specific, age sensitive learning. Very
Yes.
important. So once they are in the level of you, what, for example, typically, you are too mature for that topic. But if you look at the other kids, they're not into that kind of maturity. So basically, we just tell them, give that kind of awareness touch. This is what you can be. Hey, look at the world. This is so open. These are the kind of, let's say, the nature. These are the kind of creatures. They are existent. So they get to learn a lot. They try to learn a lot. So this is one topic, awareness creation, and then there are a lot of workshops. There are a lot of next level subjects, including corporates. Wherever you go these days, any corporate has this something called as DEIB, the human resources team in a corporate, has necessarily diversity, equity, inclusion, and belongingness. DEIB in their organizations. So DEIB does a lot of inclusive behavior in the organization, because there was also a study conducted. Let me tell you, many years ago in Europe. So they did that. There were like questions asked. Who is number one? I mean, is it innovation who is doing very well? And because there were innovations, what would the DEIB as a subject? Okay, so when they also realized that there are many companies who are trying to work this out on DEIB. Whoever has more DEIB practice and a more inclusive company, and women also having the equal pay, equal wages. DEIB is nothing but, it's full of diversity, color, race. There are so many things. It's not only related to transgenders. You also have transgenders, LGBTQ identities. So that is sexual orientation, by the way. By the way, I want to give you, this is a very important topic, and then we'll come back and align to this.
Right.
Sexual orientation is lesbian, gay, and bisexual, and so on. LGBT, that's what it comes
Yeah.
in, right?
Yeah.
Gender identity is different. There are 28 gender identities.
Oh,
Okay. So if you can Google out, whoever wants to learn, just Google out gender identities, 28 different gender identities, and Google will give you all the information. I don't have to go through that. So these are the basic diversity that we are talking about. And the human resources, what it does is to have everything in one umbrella and to make that company profitable. They don't want one person to underperform. Because of that, the team is not doing well. Because
yes.
of that, there are so many problems. So they work to build that harmony and the mechanism. So this is what it is happening. So I hope I'm very clear to that. And keeping all these subjects, we want to build awareness. We want to build a much more inclusive country, for example. And even our Pradhan Mantri has made a statement on the last August 15 that the India has to be more inclusive. That means
Yes.
there should not be somebody is high, somebody is low. No,
Yes.
we don't want that. We also want everyone to be equal. We have to be treated equal. Otherwise, we are in problem. We are always inviting that kind of hard discussions.
Right.
So this is where it is, and this is where I'm also spending time to make sure that people are aligned, and whatever the necessary information to be given to them, I'm working relentlessly, and I'm not charging any money for with anyone. So I'm doing this as a complete social service, no matter what it comes. That's what I'm
Great.
doing.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Yeah. So now you are the founder of Anita Foundation, Celebrity Support and its impact. Can you please share about this journey?
Yeah, I've been made as a partial celebrity, a celebrity without money. so, so the journey is very hard. People don't understand. They reject you. They, wrongly treat me for several things. They do a lot of other things. Whatever they're not supposed to be doing it. They do it in every step. I'm also tired and fed up with these kind of people. But end of the day, it has to continue, and my win has to happen, and that has been seen by a lot of other positive people. The negative people are always been there, and they will be there, and they will try to thrive even in the future. So for us, what we should do is continue this particular journey as much as possible. Make sure there are minimum failures, and always I follow this initiative. What is my next best version? It's a very important topic also for you and your guys in the similar age group, or younger kids who are listening to this podcast, or anybody who's more educated, and also older people. What is your next best version next day? What is it that you're going to do? What is your uniqueness? Right? So
Yes.
this is what I think we should see. We should try to align to that. We should try to bring that in let's say an innovation next day, how I can win over the yesterday.
Yes.
I think there should be some sort of a let's say quick small motivation. Yeah, how
Right.
do I achieve? So that is what
Absolutely.
I've been following. That's
Yeah.
the key trick I would like to pass over to
Great, great, amazing. Yeah. So, as you said that there is positive people in this world and also negative, we need to survive, we need to move forward. Yes, I agree because when I started this podcast, when I started my journey of motivational speaking, then there were many people in my family saying that what are you doing? What are you speaking? You're still young. These words shouldn't come out from your mouth. Uh, Still you need to grow up and then you need to speak. I am educated in this, I know what works. I have to research and then only speak, right? So there are many people behind who will talk. I've left it. So the one of the most amazing thing that I have learned is people who talk behind my back, that means that they're behind me and I am ahead. That's what I have learned.
Very good. In fact, I saw many of your videos on Insta and other YouTube podcasts. I think I should really congratulate you because you are doing exemplary, and the kind of the learning and the philosophy that you are coming out with, and the kind of ideologies. I think your parents should really start supporting you about this. And I'm not sure whether you told them about our podcast today that we are going to have, but still, I would like to congratulate you and wish you the wonderful future because I know that you are doing a wonderful initiative, right? And this is very important for the future, very, very important for the world who wants to listen and who wants to build these kind of initiatives for their life, a base for them, whatever they want to achieve. And I think you should be proud of your own self.
Yes, yeah.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you so much. So you brought up this. I wanted to tell you that now my family members ask me, what is the profit that you're gaining? What are you now incomes? What is the money that you're earning? I said, I'm not earning any money. I'm just earning my love, my support, my blessings from my audience.
Yes, absolutely. I think, not only audience, I think you are doing a wonderful journey. You are learning, you are building that kind of a foundation for the future. And that's what I think they should really understand. And that kind of maturity, the kind of knowledge that you have developed so far, I don't think so any kid would even match with you.
Right.
So just to tell them that you are on the right path.
Right. So every time I do, people ask, "What's your income? No, how much are you earning?" So
It doesn't
I
matter today.
want, yeah, I want to tell you that no, it doesn't matter you earn or you do. It matters your blessings, your support, your contribution to the future days which is coming up. That's the thing. That's it. Why always money? Money you need. It's a income. It's a byproduct. But everything is about the people that you keep and the contribution that you make towards the India to develop.
I will tell you, I think we are going to discuss something more about the future, robotics,
Yes.
everything, how this will change. And I think it is very important for you to share it with your parents or even anyone who's watching as a parent should actually visualize this kind of a situation coming ahead, which is going to be a science truth, not a science fiction. Okay,
Right.
so this is what I want to leave this information to everybody. I think we can go for the next questions if you wish to, so that
Yeah.
we can tell them the future, what's actually coming up ahead,
Yes.
what they should be ready with, because that is something which everyone has to be worried about. Anyone who is born as a human, irrespective of what gender they are in, what sort of a sexual orientation they are in, or anything vis-a-vis what is right or what is wrong, and according to their God, it could be wrong. I don't care. But I want to say that, look, it's a war between humans and the machines that are coming at. So are you ready for it?
Right.
People are not, they don't want to accept, hey, machine has to listen to me. How much will they listen to you? How long will they listen to you?
Right.
Mr. Trump is not going to listen to you.
Absolutely. So before we dive into the younger generation future and also discuss about Gen Zs, I want to ask you this question, ma'am. You have written many books, so can you please share few thoughts of your books?
Fantastic. See, one is understanding genders. Understanding genders is something. What I've written, exactly what I told you. I think this has something to do with our Indian Hindu culture also. The
Mm,
Sanatana Dharma, the gods that they are associated and bound with the Sanatana Dharma,
mm,
and so on and so forth. And apart from that, one is my autobiography. The That is transcending Anita. The third one is about my parents. I've covered because many people fail to understand what the parents are going through. You know,
yes.
I'm not a person who will just start blaming, but I want to know a little bit more what is actually happening with my parents also, right?
Yeah.
As I transition, it's a everyday learning. So every day is a learning. Every day is a new thing. Every day is something transitioning. So I'm trying to understand. So I have come out with that idea also. And there are many other books which are coming up in the direction of some other initiatives, like for example, stories with Mysore and etc. etc. They're very unique ones. They're not related to my transitioning or gender or etc. But they're pretty unique. So like this, I've got about six of them in a series. So I want to release that. Many are stuck with the let's say editors today. They're trying to evaluate. They're trying to rethink and badge me, because book is not something which we can release instantly.
Yes.
It requires that huge homework, and that's what is actually happening today. And of course, many people ask me for money, which I don't have to pay them today. So I don't have in my pocket to tell them, hey, take it. Somebody asked me 1 lakh, 2 lakhs. I'm not Sudhamurthy to release 1,000 books next day morning. So it takes its own time. So that's what it is happening. So
Yeah.
that's what I want to share you that brings.
Great, great. After your book launch, please share me the link so that I can
I
put
will
it in my
do.
description. Also, people can buy it. I'm sure that even I'll buy and even I'll learn.
Yeah.
Moving forward, what are Gen Z?
To me, I think it's a super fast generation what we have today, right? And I want to ask you, what sort of languages do you speak? You belong to Gen Z, right?
Yeah, let me tell you one such situation that blowed my mind away. So recently I started, sorry, not started, but my family member, my cousin. So she was conversing with me on the chat. So we were discussing about the trip. So then there was some chat, and I put that chat, and after that she was like IDTS. I was like, why are you calling me idiots? I don't know the no. Let me be honest. I don't know about these short forms, Gen Z forms, and all. So she was
Acronym.
like, yeah, ID TS. I was like, why are you calling me idiot? And how does it even relate to this topic? She was like,
Mhm.
I'm not calling you idiot, man. That is, I don't think so. I was like, blown away. What is this? I know general forms like IDK, I don't know, no,
Okay.
YOU for only you letter. No, these are very simple to understand, but this was, drastic improvement
Yeah,
that I can see.
acronym is something what someone need to, because this generation has evolved. They want to prove that we have evolved,
Yeah,
and we don't care for the norms that the older generations did define, especially the older generations to the baby boomers, and then the baby boomers came in, and then somebody else came in. So which generation do you belong to? I mean, this is like crazy. And then you have generation Y, and you have
yeah,
millennia, and you have so many things. Of course, millennia also came out with short forms, the acronyms, they were carrying it out. But in your generation, the bros, the bro generation has started.
yeah.
So the bro
They
generation
say
is
that humans will replace robots.
true. Yeah, and you guys are born with the tabs and etc. Whereas our generation, the baby boomers, or let's say, yeah, I belong to the baby boomer, and we bought in the tabs for you guys to play around. So we always, say, hey, please listen to us. We are top class people.
Right. So once, when we all cousins met, they were all
Yeah.
discussing about the generations' names. In
Hmm.
90s we have some names, and now 2000s we have some names. Next generation we have some names. We were discussing all that. I was like
Yeah.
out of it, and I don't know what are all these. So yeah, so many names coming up, right? I said, why do you want to discuss? Let's discuss something else. We will naturally know when the generation goes. Yeah,
Mm. No, I think this is something what everyone need to align to certain places. And yeah, of course, I would also love to speak your kinda language.
yeah,
We eat away half of this, and then we go
yes,
on, and it's too salty, bro, or whatever. So I don't know what the heck, you guys.
yeah.
This is something new in the dictionary, we have not even come across. And someone writes, and then we just scroll it up and then say, oh, this is too much for me. We can't even understand this. Is this some sort of a coded word? Probably, this goes to Interpol or something for decoding. So that's how it looks like.
The best part is, when we when people chat, in the WhatsApp or any community social media, we can't get to know their real emotions and they put all short forms. That's the best thing. But when we meet like this on the Zoom call or offline, we can get to know their face expressions and get to know their language.
I still won't agree to you 100% because this generation is kind of lost, whatever, right? So, so because this is a generation which is driven by the machines. They are driven by something extra, intelligence or whatever they want to call it as. So, therefore, I don't know because this generation may pull more digital and they may be emotionless, or maybe like the future generations can come out when these people don't have emotions or they want to be hiding, they want to be hiding everywhere. So I wonder how the future generation will look like.
Yeah, yeah. So this is no this future is going to be amazing, I can say. Yeah.
Yeah,
So now, what
true. Yeah.
skills now do you think are essential to thrive in a world dominated by automation and AI?
Can I tell you this guy who is standing in America and trying to build a lot and lot today? If this guy continues for next 5 years, it's going to be a brand new world where the humanity would have died already, in my perspective. Right? There are no more going to be any such things because that is where I am seeing that as a threat. I'm sorry, I'm not really in favor of this kind of super fast progress. The way that these people want to tune for the sake of building their own wealth, getting lost from the planet, right? So this is that super 1% crowd which is too greedy, and they are killing the species. They are making the species go extinct. They are killing humanity. They are coming out of everything. They are doing anything, everything possible. I'm not blaming the president, but I'm blaming those who are doing a bad business on this planet, right? So because of this bad business, the humanity is getting killed, and the advancements of all these robots are coming in. You might have heard about Stargate, the project Stargate,
No.
which these people are building about investing about $500 billion,
Oh,
and just connecting to all the bunch of billionaires who are standing in the front line from the government of America to encash and to develop this deadly technology, which goes to the stage of the artificial super intelligence.
oh,
There are 7 stages of AI, correct?
yeah,
We are now in the third stage of AI, regenerative.
yes.
Now generative, right? And then there is something else. There is something else, and then the artificial general intelligence, and then the super intelligence. So AGI is something what mankind can do. The last, and this guy is talking about ASI. Okay, that means we are moving into a generation called cyberpunk already.
Oh,
Good that you spoke about Gen Z. That means, are we killing our own self? This
right.
is the question mark that comes. And what happens to me, or anybody else? This is the kind of question that we come out with, that makes us so scary on this planet. The next moment, what are you guys going to do?
Yes,
That is too scary, and it is too much. Actually, everything is controlled by a robot, and the robot will tell you you need to live or to die. This is deadly, isn't it?
yeah,
So this is a threat what we are coming out. So I don't know about the ethics because those people don't have any ethics. They will have so much of money to buy ethics and to overrule the ethics. So what are we talking about it here today? So that is something what the Gen Z will have to seriously think about. And even the upcoming alpha and then the beta, I think you guys are going to play around with them very, very soon. already over, and then now we have the beta. Beta is since the 2025, right? So I don't know. They're still in the their homes, but once they start to come out of their home, we are going to have a nightmare. So you will have a different of generations to encounter with,
Right.
and especially because these younger kids will never be understood. I think we are too old on this planet on this for this. Probably we'll have to use translator like what we use the natural language processing. Hey, what
Yeah.
did this bro told me?
Yeah.
So it
Now
could
it's
be like that. That's what I'm wondering.
yeah. Now generation has become like even girl call another girl like bro. I was like, what
Yeah,
is
yeah.
this? Yeah.
Mm.
It's become
Girl
common
calling
right now.
girl calling her dad as bro. Forget it. The bros are everywhere. Even dad, daughter, everybody have changed
Yeah.
themselves.
First
The
time
dad is also
hearing
calling the daughter bro.
yeah. And first time hearing bro calling no a girl calling girl bro, I was like shocked. What is this?
No,
And why do you say that bro means brother? No. Why? They were like simply for fun. They use even I use. That's the
absolutely.
thing.
So I think that's a very important subject. How it should be taken as a challenge. I think in a huge scope, how do we save humanity? So this is
Right.
something $1 trillion market, in my opinion, in the coming up days. What should be our future? Because you are guided by robots, your earnings are controlled by somebody. You may not have the jobs that our generation did. That we can even imagine to tell you
Yes.
guys, what sort of a job would you have to do? No, I'm sorry, there are no jobs. You are going to be living in a universal income system
Yeah.
or universal basic income system. How crazy is this? And governed by and guided by your government, saying that this person should not get more than, let's say, for example, $1,000 a month. How does it look like? And hey, Mr. Elon Musk, you can earn $10,000 a second. How does it look like?
Yeah. There's a difference.
Yeah,
Now this world has become now crazy. Like no, there are unlimited jobs.
true.
Yeah. So let's go to the next question. That is, if you could create a robot to solve a major problem in society, what would it be?
It's called as my body.
Sorry,
I don't
couldn't
have
get
an
it.
answer to it. It's called as my buddy. My buddy is a robot
Okay.
which I invented. So I have been in automation business and the IT business for a very long time. So my buddy is a robot which is 100% Indian, for your information, and it's born in India and by an Indian and with all the heart of the tricolor, our national flag that I want to paste it upon. And this is something what we want to bring it out to make sure that at least these people are on track. At least this is controlled. The emotions are controlled. So we are building that Hrudai onto this. That Hrudais are all patented. So we have 42 patents coming out of this today. And we have got much more to come out in the future as well. So
Great.
this is what we're actually working out with. And we don't want those dirty robots from America or somewhere else to come and jump on us, to kill us and make our culture go redundant. We are connected to the Sanatana Dharma. I'm not trying to say, hey, younger generations, listen to this, but younger generations are supposed to be in a different direction where we may fall under any other punk. It could be a solar punk, it can be some other punk. I think you can read through those genres, that's how you call it, as genres. So, so just go through that, that should be better.
Great, great. Amazing.
So I'm
So,
working on that, a robot to be introduced very soon. We are waiting for funding because it requires some sort of larger money to enter. But we have done a prototype, and I can just quickly show you during our call that we have
yeah,
done something. India has some answer already to China, already to America, and I can show this to you. This is called as my buddy, okay? And yeah.
great.
Afternoon, Anita. How can I assist you today? So you can control your home, you can control your car, you can control your inventory, you can control what you want to buy. It can tell you which product is better and how to do better things and what you should do, which books you want to read, and can read you any book anywhere on the planet. and it can connect you. And it's basically what I want to say is, I'm just giving you a small case studies like this, that this is going to be your assistant and you don't need to be overrun by a robot.
Great,
So
amazing.
this is my answer to the people who are losing humanity today. But in the future, what is going to come out, I don't know. And people maybe, there could be some real cheap robots which can even destroy my robot or the Hrudai of my robot. That's going to be a disaster. But we are on the journey. We are ready to get ourselves on.
Yeah. Even I am happy. I hope that audience you are also happy and excited. No, because this is going to happen very very soon. I'm sure. So we are waiting for that and use it. Yeah. So to tell you now, I feel that in whatever you do, whatever you create, I am there because you always specify Hrudai Hrudaya.
Yes. So you have a wonderful name, Hrudai. That Hrudai is the very important topic.
Right.
Otherwise, your brain will not work or anything will not work. So it is a very important
People are
topic.
living because of my name,
Exactly,
because of me.
exactly. That heart is very, very important. Otherwise, without the heart, without that human heart, you cannot do anything. And to
Right.
develop that right
Yes.
human heart, one has to develop to be a proper human. And
Yes.
that's what I would urge. At least this generation kids, the Gen Z, Gen Alpha, or the bros who are just now born or whatever. I think they need to learn something more basics. That's what I would urge for. And then the older generation, of course, they have lost themselves somewhere because they have been doing sir services, and that's what we are very good in doing this. Anywhere in India you go, we are a good services companies. We
Yes.
have wonderful service companies. We don't have innovation. We need to stand for innovation today. And that's what I've been telling everyone. And this is again another campaign that I do. And I go and meet with kids. I ensure that they have to become entrepreneurs. They have to innovate. They have to learn to be leaders, not administrators, not service providers. And that's what I'm ensuring, at least my generation, without charging one single penny.
Great. Awesome.
That's what I'm doing.
Amazing. Looking forward, and I'm sure that India will become the best and the best and best country.
Oh, Prudhay, but we are all making efforts, but who's there to listen in this 1.4 billion people population? How much can I shout? My voice can reach maybe 10, may not be more
Yeah.
than this. That 10 will have to shout further, but are they doing it? That is my question mark.
Yeah, I'm sure this will become the most, best and the best country, and whatever you're doing is the best thing, man.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So, how can India leverage robotics to become a global leader in innovation?
I got very irritated when the IT minister went to America, the OpenAI person, sitting and asking, how do I develop my AI? What's happening here? Right? Have all your people gone away, or what is wrong? I don't know. I've not watched this full episode though, or the interview that took place between them. But I want to say that start counting on people. There are many people here whom you actually don't know. You are sitting in Delhi or some other place, and your people also don't know who's who. So it's just not services company. That's what I tell. We have all only services companies, right? So if one Indian stands saying that, hey, we are to change this, and we are changing, and give them that kind of right food that they have to eat, so that
Right.
the others are also cloning themselves to follow this, and then the innovation that comes in the colleges, the IITs are
Mm.
going jobless. They're producing I don't know what sort of people are coming out of these educational institutions. If we are in a position to show the world that, hey, we have something unique, we have a wonderful innovation mindset, can we change ourselves? If so, then we are going to be the top of this universe.
Amazing.
And
Yes.
until then, this will be a nonsense. What is going to happen like this? We have everything, but we cannot do anything. That is another
Yeah.
funny part. We cannot produce one single aircraft engine. It's a shame. Why? You cannot produce one single automotive engine. We are just copying and pasting from someone. Oh, America is producing, just simply buy it, assemble here, and sell it. How crazy is this? And how long will you think that this will go on? And this has to change.
We will. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, this is where I'm working. I'm inviting people, come overwhelmingly start connecting. You take up certain tasks, you take up some innovations, you get funding or not. Who paid me money? Nobody. I'm standing today to make things happen. Do I go? I walk for kilometers. I travel in that Siddharamaya's free bus by showing my Aadhaar card. I'm saving money to contribute to the younger generation. And this kind of commitment, is it coming through with somebody? No, they're not. They are just sitting and then, I'm very happy, I'm that, I'm this. Today I got my dad's car and I'm here. So I'm actually burning my dad's money today, not my money. I don't have it. I'm using it for development of the society, right? So this is the kind of commitment I want to have people to come out and then put it on the table.
Yeah.
Are we going to be suppressed by somebody? And today's generation, moment I speak, sir, today, madam, we want jobs. We want to approach the job and take the job like this. You're so innovative in the jobs, but you're not. You're a stupid person to go and start your own company. You don't have your capability. That is the terrible topic.
Yeah.
And that's where I think, your healing, you should broaden these people, telling them that, you should look at the various angle, which is
Right.
actually hidden. There are many things in your blind spot that you need to grab with.
Yeah. Yes. Now, what qualities do you believe are the most important for young entrepreneurs today?
Innovation, sharpness, and prediction of the future, and also adapting the future right now. I don't want the rest of the world is innovating and I'm going to sit. We want to be having a collaboration or producing a university in such a manner where there are independent entrepreneurs.
Yes.
We want that kind of a crowd. We want leaders. We want owners. We don't want stupid administrators. We can see all of them. They're in every government organization you go, you find them.
Right.
Administrators.
Yeah.
Are we in a position to have leaders? And that is what is missing, in this country.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So, what
And
message
these
would you give to young girls?
administrators, yeah, I would say that these administrators should at least have a capability or at least, dream to a little bit or change themselves to enable or bring the leaders for the future. They
Yeah.
could have not been done better. At least enable your younger generation to become leaders.
Yes.
That is the way our country can progress. Otherwise, we don't. We are stuck.
Right.
Sorry, I overrun.
No issues. No. Yeah. So, what message would you give to young girls and boys who want to become tech leaders?
Your robot should be under your, okay? Respect other humans. Robot should be under your feet. And you should be such a sharp person that you are going to use the technology to enable yourself for a better future building.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you cannot.
Yes.
So you need to be having this kind of an approach rather than you becoming a slave to a robot and you're dependent on a robot. Yeah, I forgot everything. No, you can't be doing this. Don't
Yeah.
you have your own memory? Is your RAM gone for a toss? So what about your hard disk? Is it not working? So I think we need to really challenge ourselves to find that
Right.
out. That is everything fine? And that is where I think we can do much better.
Yeah. So, what is that one innovation or project you are most proud of so far till now?
There are two innovations, Hrudai. One, of course, I told you, or three innovations. I can tell you what I'm trying to do, which I can or India would be proud of. One, of course, the airplane that I built and that I did it in Germany, not here, but it's a hybrid aircraft, hybrid diesel electric. So it takes about 5 liters of diesel per hour of flight. So that's a big difference. I did it in collaboration with BMW and Siemens together. And that could have been a real weapon for us to use it to monitor our neighbors. So unfortunately, I could not fly because of there's no money in the pocket. Even though I'm a pilot, I couldn't do it because I don't have that kind of a wealth of over 100 million or so to bring such a project in the pipeline. So that is one. And second thing is, of course, I'm very very happy to have bought that innovation. And the second one is, I have this product which I showed you right now, and that has 42 patents, and that is a very, let's say it has that Hrudai, very important. It has that heart. So that heart building is very important, not just some junk that we have built. We have seen, this OpenAI and the
Yeah.
deep sea. Everyone follow the same trend. You one guy jumps, everybody are in the same water. What is the innovation? So here we are talking about that, and I can say we are in auto GPT level, which is much more ahead of anybody else. And today I'm proud of it because I'm going to do the testing out of this, and India should be proud, not to go and discuss in the public forum with an American how do I develop a GPT. Okay, that is the way it is going. But on the other side, yes, the third one, what we are doing is a genomic analysis of all these humans, how our human race is changing. It is evolving. There is a gene mutation. There is so many other factors that's happening because of the environment. That's happening because of so many other contributions from the external factors. Because the food is adulterated, we are taking toxic. Our air is polluted. You look at the air quality index. It is pathetic. AQI is pathetic, right? It's not livable. 40 should be the range. Today in Bangalore, we are breathing over 120, right? And then in Mysore, we have about 80. Nowhere you have a wonderful air quality. Everything is polluted. So in
Yes.
this situation, what is it that we are going to do to save ourselves? What innovations are coming out of it? The younger generation will have to think, not just reading. What is it that you are reading? You are in your home, Hrudai, they will tell you, read, correct? So
Yeah.
what to read? What is the way to read? What is the right content am I learning?
Yeah.
What do I want to become? So these are the challenges where you need a guru and a mentor together,
Yes.
right? So
Absolutely.
I think this is where I would like to give you this information that the younger generation will have to follow it. I think every parent should actually watch your podcast, and they should ensure that their future, their kids' future, is going to be on a right track. If they hate Transwoman, fine, I don't care. But this content is again given by a trans woman who is very successful. I don't care whether you take me or not.
Yeah. You are successful. Great. Amazing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. So, what message would you like to leave for the next generation of dreamers, builders, and change makers?
Once you have the leadership in your quality, you are unstoppable.
Yes.
All that you have is to have that quest of, I want to find an innovation. Let's say I every year it starts. I want to do. Last year when I started, 2024, by the end of the year, I had a patent registration of 42 added to my list. Can you do something like this? Not with your dirty bank balance. I don't care. Are you in a position to do these kind of things? How many innovations have you spoken? Not the jugad ones. I took a cycle chain, I repaired this. No, 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 no. I'm not talking about your jugad. I'm talking about something very innovative. Are you in a position to dream big, think big, and innovate that? That all happens when you are reading the right content, take the right substance here inside. If
Yes.
you are not taking the right content and putting things into your head, you are in a distorted situation where you are completely being driven by everywhere, and you have a financial incident, you have a social incident, you have something else. Papa, all that you need to do is tune yourself to one level. Unless until you put a fevicol, huh? Everyone are fascinated about fevicol.
Yeah.
Fix your fevicol, to ensure that you are in one path. Your Fevicol broken, that's a different subject. And the other factors will try to pull you in that area. But you need to be bound so strong in order to take your life and career ahead.
Yes.
So thereby, India will grow.
Yes.
Otherwise, we are saying good morning to everybody via WhatsApp and good night to everybody via WhatsApp.
Right.
And this is where the generation is going. Somebody is getting wealthier and wealthier, and that guy will decide whether we need to be living or to die one day.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
I
Yeah.
hope I am very clear with my message.
Yes, you are. Thank you so much. It was very wonderful. So now it's been now 1 hour till now. Now it was an amazing podcast with you. Thank you so much. I didn't feel like talking for 1 hour. It's been 1 hour. It's been 1 hour 10 minutes, yeah, on my clock. Yeah. So what do you want to share, ma'am? Coming to this podcast and interacting.
As I said already, you have done a wonderful job. You're doing a wonderful job. Continue your quest. You are telling everybody what you have done, what you have perfected, even though that kind of knowledge that you are sharing to others are too high level to your age. But it is worthy, trust me. Continue that so that your thinking abilities, your connecting abilities to the humanity is expanding. And
Yes.
that is what the essential topics are.
Yes.
That is where people should actually applaud you and be there. Your parents should be very happy to have a kid like
Yeah.
you. Okay. So I want to leave with this and tell everyone, try to hold and be there for humanity purpose,
Yes.
not for
Absolutely.
money, not for some rubbish that we all have been living and we have intoxicated ourselves.
Yes. Of course. Yeah. So thank you so much, ma'am, for being here and accepting my invite. And you have shared abundance of knowledge and truth to us. Thank you for being honest and being open to be here and also to share your thoughts. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, audience, for being
Thank
here.
you, everybody. Any student listening, please watching this, please do yourself and grow your life in a wonderful way. You all are wonderful flowers. Make India blossom and more fragrant. And it's all
Yes.
happening because of you kids.
Yeah. Thank you so
All the
much. So please do like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon because whenever we go ahead to the next podcast, you can get the notification from YouTube. Looking forward to have many podcasts with many celebrities like this. Thank you so much.
thank you. Bye bye.